Financial Survival Network, helping you survive and thrive in the new economy. Go to CarrieLutz.com and sign up for 30 free micro trainings on financial survival.
$14.90 WGCH. This is Carrie Lutz. You're listening to the Financial Survival Network. Time for another Triple Lutz report. So it's now March 1st. Leap year, leap day is behind us. And if you bought gold or silver on February 28th, then you're probably pretty happy about that because they really took a hit yesterday. Gold, $80 an ounce. Silver, over $2 an ounce. But if we look at our Kitco charts today, kitco.com, that is the go-to site for metals prices and metals information. If you look at the contributed commentaries, you'll see yours truly there. Interview I did with Jordan Roy Byrne, and I'm a regular contributor to Kitco now for radio segments. In any event, you're concerned about the price of gold and silver. You're wondering, is this the start of the bubble pop? Meaning the pundits, the experts on Wall Street, Ben Bernanke, you name it. Everybody in the government's been saying gold, silver, bubble. They've been going up for 10 years. They're not going to go up anymore. It's over. And we've had a number of experts on the show. Bob Chapman, we had on Chris Duane, Ranting Andy Hoffman. Today, on March 1st, in about a half hour, we're going to have David Morgan on. And what they're going to tell you is what I'm telling you now. Don't panic. Ignore the price of metal. The only time you should be looking at it is if you're thinking about buying more. Otherwise, you don't have plans to sell it, so the day-to-day price fluctuation doesn't matter much. But if you had extra cash and you could buy more, then yesterday represented a great opportunity. However, looking at the price of gold right now, it's back over $1,700 an ounce. It's up $24.70, 1.5%. Price of silver, similar. It's up 38 cents. It's back over $35 an ounce. In my opinion, this is simply a raid by the financial elite to try to keep the lid on gold and silver. Now, they've done raids. They've been doing them for years. Since the advent of the London gold pool in the 60s, which was designed to try to keep the price of gold at $35 an ounce. Of course, it ultimately failed, went out of business in 1971 when Nixon took the United States off the gold standard, the remnants of it. He closed the gold window. So this is nothing new. It's been going on a long time. They started the new manipulations a while ago. Nobody knows when. Looks like it might have occurred in 1987 after the crash that hit Wall Street, and the president's working group on financial markets emerged, which has now been nicknamed the Plunge Protection Team. This formed the basis for intervention in virtually every market in every corner of the globe to try to make people believe that the economy is functioning properly, that everything is fine, and you have nothing to worry about. And of course, it's really kicked into high gear after the crash in 2008, where we no longer have markets, we simply have interventions. And to illustrate the point, one of my guests, Brother John F., find him at brotherjohnf.com, and he shows a chart of the volume that took place when silver crashed yesterday. It was as high as $37.50. It crashed down to $33.75, and then it recovered back up, bouncing around the $35 to $34.50 range. And what we see there is that tremendous amount of paper got dumped on the market at one time that just brought this market down. Huge amount. Over 200 million ounces of silver was dumped within an hour and a half to 2 hour time period. Now, the reason this manipulation is so significant is gold and silver were obviously right in the middle of very strong rallies. They're both going up daily. They've both gone up substantially. And normally what the cartel would do is they'd wait until the rally was towards its end, where it was about to fizzle, and then they'd rush in there selling and bring it down. And psychologically, they could do a lot of damage that way. What they did here was they just went right in the middle of the rally, and in this effort to try to sink gold and silver prices, they just dumped all this unbacked paper on the futures markets, and it worked for a day. We're seeing an almost immediate reversal. Will they be coming back in again and trying to keep the trend in their favor? Almost certainly. However, they're not going to stay around there and lose billions and billions of dollars. They're going to look to cover their shorts and get out as quickly as they can, because it's like jumping in front of a locomotive. You know, you could try it, but generally it's not going to work out well. So look, if you're worried about this, go to kerrylutz.com, sign up, become a subscriber to the newsletter, get your free financial survival toolkit. Look for updates during the day. We're going to have this review with David Morgan, Panic Metals review, what I'm starting to call now as the Leap Day Metals Massacre. David will go into much more depth about it. Probably he's one of the top 3 silver analysts in the world. He's been doing this stuff for over 30 years. If anyone understands the silver market, and by inference the gold market, it's David. And I would venture to say that David didn't sell a red ounce or a silver ounce or a gold ounce yesterday. In fact, if I had to guess, without having discussed the matter with him, he was in there buying. So remember, when it comes to metals, don't get sucked into the fear. Don't get sucked into the greed. Just hold the metals, put them aside, forget that you have them, except when you're adding to your positions. And then, if you've got some money left over, think about mining stocks. They have been on a tear. The proof of the pudding is they really didn't get slammed too badly yesterday. Much less than the underlying metals did. That to me is an indication that the metals markets were rated. The share markets were kind of left to go down on their own. They didn't follow the metals all the way down, and both are way up today on March 1st. So think about that. Listen for David Morgan. Go to kerrylutz.com. Sign up. Become a subscriber. It's free. It's been another Triple Lutz Report. Kerry Lutz signing off.